Look, it rained. Or actually, it's still kind of raining. Got some beans in the road. I don't know how well you can see that. A little bit right there. Had a little issue with the 10-wheeler. Leaking. Yeah, a patch job on the seam on the floor of the wall, where the floor and wall meet. Didn't hold. Gotta fix that again. But anyways, it's, what is it, Tuesday the 29th. So yesterday, as you will have seen in the last video, we started beans. First time in September I've ever done beans. Better than I thought. Drier than I thought. Some of them even still had leaves on them and they were dry. They were running 12% or so. Averaged around 50 bushel. You get on top of the knobs, it was running in the 20s and 30s. You get on some flatter ground and you were in the high 40s, low 50s. You get down in the valleys, I had the monitor hitting the 60s and even low 70s a few times. He's exhausted from the first day, you know, of course, but everything worked good. Once we got the combine adjusted and set up, we did about 33 acres, not a lot, but we got the dryer going, got them all run through the dryer. Everything worked good. So now we sit and wait. They say on and off rain today into tonight. Tomorrow's supposed to be decent. It's supposed to end. And then Thursday, I think, is good. So hopefully we are back at it on Thursday. Oh, and for anyone 2 videos ago that's an engineer, I apologize if I hurt your feelings. I should have just said I don't like John Deere engineers because they pissed me off. So Jerry, I'm sorry. You're an engineer. But quick story. Chelsea's 16. She'll be 17 in February. So she was 4 or 5 years old. I don't remember what combine I had. I think it was the 9560. There was something we were working on where I had to have her take her little 4 or 5-year-old arm and reach up in to get to a bolt to take out for a fairly simple fix. But if I couldn't get her to do that, because an adult couldn't get their arm in there, you would have had to, you know, disassemble half the combine, for God's sakes. That's an exaggeration, but you would have had to disassemble quite a few things to get to this one bolt. But it's crazy. But anyways, I'll try not to bash engineers anymore. Oh, and by the way, when I say I ran them through the dryer, for those of you who, I'll walk over here to the dryer, who may not remember or haven't seen the video where we have a grain leg, so everything goes through the wet bin, through the dryer, and up the grain leg. So even the dry beans have to go through the dryer. No, I did not put any heat on them, obviously, because they were dry. But you just put the computer mode in manual instead of auto, and they'll run right through, no heat. So that's how we did that. No, we did not dry 12% beans. Welcome back. Day 2 of harvest. The only problem is day 1 was a Monday. Day 2 is a Thursday. Because Tuesday into Tuesday night into yesterday morning, we got 1.1 inches of rain. And then last night our power went off. Had a windstorm. We got about 1/10 of an inch out of that. So unfortunately, we aren't combining 11 or 12% beans anymore. We're combining 15% beans. But they say rain tomorrow, or late tonight into tomorrow, Saturday, good Sunday, rain again Monday, and possibly Tuesday. So I will dry the beans 2 or 3 points. They're thrashing good. They're coming out clean. Barb's getting ready to load the first truck there. So we will put the heat on them and dry them the 2 or 3 points that they need to be dried. Like right now the monitor's reading 15.3, 15.4.
propane's like $1 a gallon this year. So it's not worth waiting, because I was afraid of this, that we don't get rain all summer, and then when harvest season comes, that's when we'll start getting the rain. So we're on beans again, dumping at the headland. Bin was damn near full, so it wasn't worth turning around and going back the other way, because I probably wouldn't have made it to the end of the other end of the field. I would have had to pull out and dump part way down. You can see out in there all my little trails that I mow for hunting season and for Chelsea to ride the gator around. And I don't know if you can tell by the sky, but it's not exactly the most beautiful day neither. Look, there's the wife, she's waving. So this weather sucks, but I kind of figured it was going to. We ended up with 1.7 inches of rain for the month of September, and we got 1.2 of it the last 2 days of October, or September. And October's starting to look like it's going to be rainy, but oh well. Can't control Mother Nature. Alright, I wanted to fly the drone today, but way too windy. We're getting 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, so not flying the drone. Flying the drone. Don't know if you can tell by looking at the trees, but they're swaying pretty good. So, alright, back at it.
Hi everybody, it's Barb. Just taking a little bit of footage of Andy here. We're back at it after sitting for 3 days. I'm glad the wind's blowing in the opposite direction of where I'm standing. Heat is dust.
is the supervisor. There's 12 acres in that field, and we got 2 full 6-wheelers off of it. So it's yielding good. But it needs drying. Like I said, it's running in the low 15s. And as you can tell by the sky, I'm not sure how much more we're gonna get done today. I guess I can stop yelling. I'm away from the auger now. Oh, this weather sucks. Really sucks. I turned my monitor back on because it obviously turned off the other night when the power went out last night. But yeah, we got a Freightliner full and the Ford is full. I think she may have a little bit more left in the cart, but I figured this is the weather we were going to get. But I want to get these 2 dumped, get the dryer going, because like I said, we're going to need heat this time. Speaking of which, before I even bother, I need to turn the propane valve on and go open the 2 propane valves on the tank. So we'll see if we get any more combine today. Hey, stupid weather. Dry all damn summer. Now it's gonna rain. Okay. I need to turn the burner on because that has not been on yet. Load, fan, unload. Everything else is on. Start. And to start it, you have to go out here to the dryer. Open the door. Push the start button. And away we go. And we get an alarm right off the bat. Imagine that. No kidding. But it won't light because of airflow. I just started it. Alright, I'll bring you back. Alright, so I'm done doing all my samples. Right now the wet beans are averaging 14.8 going in. They're averaging 11.3 coming out. But I don't know how well you can see that number. Drying index is going up, which means it's speeding up. And it'll also lower the temperature some because they're coming out drier than they need to be. But they need to have some heat because they're 14.8. So, and the sun is now shining. So I guess we're gonna go check, see if that rain shut us down or not. You go back to my bean tour video, I said 90% of them would be good, 10% of them would be bad. Yeah, this field falls in the 10% bad. A lot of 30 and low 40 bushel beans there. They just didn't come up very good. You get down through here and they're a lot better. But it is what it is. Can't control Mother Nature. Freightliner's full. Barb's getting ready to fill the Ford. She is filling the Ford. It's about 5:45. And the beans are starting to get tougher than whale shit because it's getting closer to dark. So I think when this field is done, we will be done. Because they're starting to clunk through now. Let's see these hard knobs. Way too dry this summer. Just didn't come up. So, and like I said, it is what it is. not going to control Mother Nature. Piece across the road was really good. There was 8 acres in that field, and we got 1.5 trucks off of it. So those are the ones that'll make up for these ones. But, oh well. All right, we're unloading the last 2 trucks. Barb's out there. As you can see, the wet beans going in are around 14.5. They're coming out around 12. The rate's basically running just about as fast as it can, but what I am going to do, like right now the temperature has adjusted itself. I've got it at 160, but it's down to 138. I don't know how well you can read that. The temperature adjusts itself for the fluctuation in the moisture of the wet beans. I can make it so it's a burst flame, like kicks on, kicks back off for like 5 seconds, kicks on. I don't know if I'm going to do that, to try and, like the dry beans now say 12.1. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth doing that. It's loud out here. Told you when it was running I'd show you how the beans come out of the dryer, so I will. Just basically a conveyor belt goes around with paddles on it. And then they go down through, down into that hopper there and into the grain leg. You can hear, I'm sure you can hear the spinner in there spinning the bean. I don't know how well we can see the flame through the little sight glass. I don't know if you can see it or not. You can probably see a little bit of the blue flame. But I think I'll just leave it alone. They're coming out. They're still at 12.1. The wet moisture, 12.2. The wet moisture just jumped up to 14.9. I know that last field I just finished, around the outsides there was some wetter beans, so I think I'll just leave it be. Actually, the rate's not at max right now. It has come down a little, so it can speed itself back up. And the temperature's staying down in the mid 130s, so I'll run a couple samples, make sure that they're what they're supposed to be. And day 2 of beans is coming to an end because it's gonna get dark soon. And they are tough already from the rain we had Tuesday and yesterday, and then 5-minute shower in the middle of the day today. So we'll call it good. We'll get you when we get you again. Give us a thumbs up and all that good stuff. See ya. One more quick thing I'll show you. My average of my 3 tests was 12.6, which is what that last test was, but 57 pounds. I'll take that, 57 pound test weight on my beans. Dryer says 12.3, but I think it's because my wet moisture's off just a little in calibration because it's been bouncing around. But anyway, you look at it, it's below 13. We're good.